Has the mystery of ancient Egypt's pyramids finally been solved? So, over 31 structures, including the Giza complex, has been found to be located on a long lost, forgotten part of the Nile River. So, basically, researchers and scientists were able to discover this long lost part of the Nile River through satellite images, and they also used geophysical surveys, and they also analyzed the sediment within this section of the desert. And this could help to explain why the pyramids are located within a inhospitable, desolate, narrow section of the desert. This has always fascinated and perplexed scientists and researchers for why all of these pyramids are located within a narrow stretch of the desert, but definitely some fascinating developments. And scientists and researchers blame climate change for the disappearance of this long forgotten part of the Nile River. So basically, around 4,000 years ago, a drought occurred in the area. And then on top of this drought, there was also a lot of wind-blown sand. So in combination with this sand, along with the drought, basically this long forgotten part of the Nile River essentially disappeared, vanished within a 4,000 year time frame. But a lot of people are not satisfied for this explanation as far as, you know, this is why, this is how the pyramids were constructed due to the fact that the Nile River flowed within close range of these pyramids because it's a lot easier to carry bricks or transport bricks that are several tons on a boat and through water compared to land. But a lot of people are not satisfied with this explanation due to the fact that there are some very strange mysteries with the pyramids that can't be quite explained, such as their coordination with the Orion Belt constellation. And then also, people have to consider too is that these pyramids were constructed in a very sophisticated way where basically they can use the sun and the shadow of the sun in conjunction with certain areas of the pyramids. So when a certain section of the pyramid has a shadow on it, that's how they can analyze and be able to tell different times, specific times in the day, also along with different seasons too as well. And there is a strong possibility that a lot of people say that the pyramids could have been bit could have been built by a long lost ancient civilization, such as Atlantis. And there is a strong possibility, too, that between the time that the pyramids were built and then into today's modern society, is that we could have lost ancient technology. So, ancient people may not have, basically they could have used nature as a way to build these pyramids because there's been a lot of talk of ancient people using certain vibrations, certain frequencies, and even telekinesis to move objects and perform great feats that even today's technology may not be able to do. So definitely some very fascinating statistics. But I personally believe that, even if the Nile River flowed along these pyramids, it doesn't really justify the all of the mysteries of the pyramid. So definitely some very interesting developments of how a long lost section of the Nile River was basically depleted by climate change. And this is a good explanation as far as, why are the pyramids located in a desolate, narrow stretch of the desert. But the fact that an ancient part of the Nile River flowed within that region makes a whole lot of sense. But thank you for listening to the one and only Twilight Mysteries. Thank you.